Well, basically, this is historic because this is the first Kings of Mead collaboration. It's the first time
First
where
collaboration and first time our meat on official sale.
yeah, absolutely. So that's it's the first time we collaborate with someone. It's the first time we can actually purchase something with our logo. So we are extremely happy and proud. And now, cheers.
Hi guys, welcome back. Special episode show, real show. We are in a
Well, we're in Lancashire Mead Company. It's obviously one of the, if not the best mead making company in England, and we decided to collaborate with them and to do a bit of a competition between us and between Anne and Gordon, who are obviously the owners and mead makers in this establishment.
All idea is it's two of us, two of them, but we're not gonna work this time together. We're gonna split.
Gonna work against each other.
We're gonna choose the member of teams, and then we're gonna work on a special edition, special recipe on a separate team, and we see which meat gonna be better. So a little bit show for you. You wanna?
I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah.
Well, that's mine, yeah?
That's yours. Just you can show just so it's not the same name.
No.
Nothing being
Hang on,
prepared.
let me open it.
Anne.
So I've got Gordon.
Oh no!
So,
Oh no!
Okay, right. So what we're gonna come up with, right? My idea was to go the raspberry
Yep,
mead. You
Yep.
okay with that?
yep.
Cool. So
Going for raspberry.
yeah, okay,
Yep.
that's fine. That's
Going
fine.
for raspberry. Fruit or concentrate?
Personally, I would go fruit in the mesh bags. But what's your experience on that?
Right, we have got an absolutely fantastic juicing piece of equipment. 2 hours worth of juicing for 10 kilos of fruit. That's about the right quantity for 60 litres.
Okay.
So you should get a nice strong fruit flavour coming through. Won't be overpowered by the honey, and hopefully won't overpower the honey with it being raspberry. So that you've got a lightness in the flavour. It's
Yeah.
powerful but light.
No, I mean 10 kilos for what 60 litre batch, which is there or thereabout what I was like doing at home. I think I was doing 10 litre batch and it gave about 1.5 kilo. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're there or thereabout. So that's cool. But obviously being a juice, then with juice we're not gonna have any waste.
No waste.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
cool.
The only waste will be the pulp.
Yeah, well obviously, but that that
Com-
would come out anyway.
Yeah,
so
that
that's
comes
great.
out dry. So there's very little pulping needed. When it comes to filtration, it'll go through the 1 micron sock. So that would just grab anything else that's
Okay,
left
perfect.
in there of the fruit. Saves going through another 6 levels of filter sheet. So we just put it through there. It takes about 10 minutes.
Okay, so about 10 kilos of raspberries we're gonna juice,
Yeah.
and
If
That's fine.
we're using fruit, we don't need to use yeast because
Okay.
the fruit will be coming from frozen because frozen releases the juice better. Breaks the cells down. Slap it through the angel juicer that we have. That'll give you almost a sorbet-like consistency.
you're still gonna have live yeast on the raspberries even though they were like frozen.
Yeah, the live yeast will come through.
You sure?
It survives the yeast. It survives freezing. It survives being going through the juicer. Been doing it for many years with our Vikings blood.
Okay, so
Um,
if you're happy with that, obviously, I'm gonna sort of take your expertise on that. So what sort of a honey we can use?
Just use our standard honey, so it gives the whole flavour of the fruit through rather than overpowering it with honey tones. You get the gentle.
No,
honey
that's fine.
tones.
I'm quite good with like a neutral honey, which will let the fruit takes the takes its place. Because if you give like dark honey, it can overpower it a little bit,
Yeah.
and obviously we want to benefit from the from the raspberry. So that's cool. So I'm glad we're on the same page. So
Yeah.
okay, so poly honey, raspberries, wild fermented. Obviously they need to be fed some nutrients.
Yeah, we've got
Yes,
nutrient.
so that's fine.
I'll give it a raft of
Uh,
nutrient, get it going.
What about the finish then? I was thinking the chipotle. So maybe we can then for the secondary add some chili. But obviously, what's your thoughts about
Would
it?
you like to put it in some wood? Put some wood in it, sorry.
Wood? Do you mean like an oak it?
Okay.
Well, instead of.
Instead of the chipotle.
Have you got any decent?
I've got plenty of decent oak. I've got a big bag of it.
Okay.
It came from a Cooper's in Liverpool, just by the docks. And he, at the time when we went down, he was making planters for Hampton Court Palace in London, which is Henry VIII's big palace.
Yeah, I know that. I know Hampton Court. Been there, so great. Wow.
This one
okay.
has a king's connection.
You know what? You don't have to convince me anymore. Let's go for it.
So yeah,
So obviously we'll finish it off. Once it's done the fermentation.
yeah, we'll filter it. We'll throw the yolk in. We'll filter it again.
Right. Okay. So the shopping list: honey, 10 kilos of raspberries, water, and
Yep.
nutrients.
That's
And oaks, which you do have. That's fine. To-do list.
it. Put it all together. Whiz it up.
Yeah, and juice 10 kilos of raspberries.
Yeah. So that's your job for the next 2 hours.
That's my job. Okay. So that's
Yep.
my to-do. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Let's
And
crack on.
I'll just watch you doing it. I'll
Lovely.
supervise.
Lovely. So let's crack on then.
Okie dokie. Brilliant.
We have a little bit of discussion what we would like to do. So what we decide is gonna be tart cherry
Yes.
mead with some multiflora honey as a base. But now we're gonna decide about other honey profile what we add, which is unbring some what we have.
We've got forest honey.
Forest and
So they're both forest, but one's a lighter one, one's a heavier one. So that's the lighter one.
right. Okay, let's
Okay, so
try which honey we
this-
using today.
so if we tried it, we open this one first because we're going to be using this one anyway.
You done that before, yeah?
Just once or twice. Just once or twice. So I've got clean teaspoons. So one for you,
Thank you.
and one for me, and then just
Dark, so should be very rich in flavor.
yeah. It's not an early season honey, this one, so it's a bit.
It's not set, so should be easier for us to do it. Very floral.
Very floral, and at the top end, the notes aren't as deep. There's a little bit of a caramel edge to it.
A little bit what?
A little bit of a caramel edge.
Yeah, I do.
on the aftertaste.
Very nice. I think
So-
we'll work.
So that is.
I'm not even sure we're gonna try that, but to be
We'll
honest,
try.
that
Yeah, I'm thinking this might be okay on its
just
own.
could be okay.
So
Yeah.
we put them over there.
We got forest.
Okay, got the spoon. So if you both try these ones together, and then we know which one's which. It is really nice, that one.
It is. Could be work. Yeah. That should be light, eh?
I think, yeah, this one's the lighter one because there's two types of forest honey. You can go for the lighter one or the darker one.
Different. Oh, different.
And this is why, what should mead taste like? You can't answer that question.
This will be not the main one. We're gonna use
No, it's a
like
hint of, yeah.
as a seasoning. Which one you will go?
I think I'd go with that one.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because that's quite similar to that one.
Yeah. I agree.
Lighter.
You give me your honey, I give you my juice.
Oh, that could be so wrong.
We use fresh juice. We thought to actually get the fruits, but the idea was to use the tart cherries, which is give us a little bit balance with honey sweetness.
Yeah.
And to get tart cherries in England, it's quite hard. You usually get the sweet version, so I get juice from Poland, 100% juice,
Thank you.
nothing else. Rich, yeah?
It's rich but not as tart as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit sharper. So
If we
I think
yeah,
that would work really well.
I agree. If we think it's not tart enough, we can add some tannins by the wood, like barrel aging,
Yeah.
or add some wood chips. But I think if the almond wood juice we're gonna use, it's gonna be work just on the right balance.
Yeah.
Great.
Like that.
So here it is, guys. Right, we're gonna start the juicing process of our raspberries for mine and Gordon's raspberry mead. So yeah, very excited. I'm gonna need to make my hands dirty now. So you feed them from the top, and then obviously the juice comes from the spouts
Juice comes here.
off it, and the crab goes there.
Yeah.
Wow. So you think it's gonna take 2 hours to muddle through all these?
Generally, yeah.
Righto, so we got our frozen raspberries, about, well, it's 10 kilos, about 15 liters of them. So I'm going to take it, that juicer over there, put some hard work in, and, well, the juicer is going to put some hard work in, and we're going to extract whatever we can. So, yeah, I'll see you later, guys.
Because I have carpal tunnel surgery, so I can't lift. There we go. Right, what I will do is hold it still.
First move is most difficult.
Yeah,
Since I get that.
there you go. Well, we do. There we go. It usually takes years to get that knack. You've obviously done this before.
I've been sharing my
Alright,
experience from a chef.
Because they've pinched the production area. Never mind.
Quicker, we don't have a time for the puff, yeah?
Yeah, never mind. Just get it done. It's like, there we go. Right, that'll do for now.
Okay, cool. We're gonna use that later.
Yeah, we'll rinse that out later. Okay, are you putting the juice
I
in
can
now?
do juice now.
Yeah,
You deal with yeast.
I'll deal with the yeast. You're wearing a white top. If I were you, I'd put the bottle in a bit lower.
Good point.
Been there, done that. That's why our uniforms are black. Right.
Experience, yeah?
You end up
But
looking...
I wanted oxidation too as well. I wanted oxygen in that badge. I don't care about my shirt.
That's your choice, I'm just giving you the information.
You actually done anything instead smash the raspberries.
Mama, I'll kill raspberries today. Put the bunch in a juicer, press the button, now they're dead. Mama.
Lewis, there's been a murder.
Do you that's how boss work, yeah?
Yeah. Black, keep clean.
So, now, we've literally just got to add
Water.
the water, which we do have to move around into the production area to do. Because obviously we want to rinse things out at the same time.
as well.
And then we can add the yeast in. Have you got that?
Yeah.
Or are you sure?
I think so. If that's been over, that's gonna be all day of mopping. All day of mop.
I'll tell you what, give
Yeah,
me that. You use two hands for that.
I just imagine myself with that red mop. 6 o'clock in the middle.
16 hours we had to mop one time because we had one that overflowed.
Whoa. Know what you want. Boss in action again. Have you finished yet?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly, you know, I think we shoot ourselves in the foot with that juice, you know, it takes absolute ages, and I hope we manage in time. Time is of essence now, isn't it? So,
in our mead, we should be having some oak, and this is from a couple of planters that were being made for Hampton Court Palace. Came from Cooperage in Liverpool,
Centre of the universe.
and yep. So
Have you done that before?
this is the first time we will have done an oak mead. I've had these in here for about 4 years, waiting to use them, and it's just like, yeah, we're going to use them.
Risky, risky.
Risky.
Okay.
we like it risky.
Yep.
2 hours
I
later.
noticed There's a lot of
I don't know what gold
noise
is.
from the cheap seats.
Cheap seats. Noise from the cheap seats.
Yeah.
What me? Am I a cheap seat?
Yeah.
I think something's got lost in translation here. Am I supposed to be offended now?
No.
I pointed something out to Chris a couple of minutes ago that he hadn't realised. But Kings of Mead actually stands for Chris and Matty.
And this is literally how we make our mead. Obviously, we don't use it with
Yeah.
we use the buckets, not the jars. But literally, we don't waste any. You know, because obviously the bees go to a lot of trouble to provide it to us. So we have.
So if you think that's
Big stick. Obviously, we don't usually brew in this size. It's usually bigger. So literally, we just
Wait, I think I'm gonna keep it that bar just in case.
get the wire behind me. What I do? I don't want to. What's name it?
Jacob's End.
We're nearly done. We're down to the last jug of raspberries. That's all freshly pressed juice, which we're going to use in our mead soon. I think we need to speed up the process a little bit because we've got obviously time ticking, the clock's ticking. And yeah, obviously we want to win.
Still a bit hot, actually.
It's alright.
Why is blood on your head?
This is not a blood. I'm nervous now. This is so satisfying.
It's good, good.
And then if you grab that fish slice there, you can scrape the bucket out to a certain point.
In.
In.
Well, good luck.
Why are you so happy?
Well, because actually got him doing some work, so
So,
Why are you not so happy?
because I'm doing some work. But no,
Can I just point out though that you might want to hook up to the electric grid? Because I was washing it. And this is me in electricity, that's why I disconnected it.
okay.
I'll end up with a feckin' pen for free.
is that just a trigger there?
On the right hand side, button and trigger. Okay, just put the button in, pull the trigger.
so it's really easy to clean and everything.
Chili, busy. I'm not helping you. You're on separate team. Sorry, it's too. Okay.
What's he want you to do?
You're gonna get drama when you finish. When you see your meat is worse than ours. That was good few hours. Nice work.
Very easy.
Very easy. The boys, well, they still do it, so we take advantage. Few words about how we decide to do that recipe. Tart cherries come quite quick.
The cherry bit came quick, yeah, because I do like the tart with the
Sweetness,
I
yeah.
like the balance. That's why rhubarb came on board for us. So when you said tart cherries, I was like, yeah, because a lot of people tend to use the sweet cherries, sweet and sweet.
Yeah.
It upsets the balance.
Yeah, and you haven't done with cherries
No.
yet, so that was also work. It's something new in Meadery. I was for as an extra ingredient chocolate, which is Anna said chocolate no because we get problem with filtering. He wasn't sure about that that ingredient.
We can't find a way of making chocolate that doesn't. If you wanted to use like proper chocolate, we used cacao nibs when we did it in 2016. So we did use cacao nibs, but the cocoa butter separates out, and you literally just have to keep stirring it in, stirring it in, stirring it in. If you want to melt the chocolate, which you can do, the chocolate melts at a higher temperature than the honey. So then you've got that issue of the honey becoming pasteurised, losing the goodness, etc. When you mix the two together.
Yeah, but my idea was not boil the chocolate. I was thought we can basically just extract chocolate in a mead. So in my opinion, that's work. Of course, you not get as much flavor in the chocolate than you when you boil and mix together. But finally, our extra ingredients for that it was chipotle. So our meat's supposed to be a little bit spicy, a little bit smoky as well. And I'm gonna be the person who actually gonna finish that product because we not add chili as you saw on the video on the beginning. We're gonna add chili when meat is pretty much ready, and that's gonna be when we kind of seasoning by chili and smokers. So it's her responsibility. If it's too much spices, too spicy for you, blame her. Okay?
I can promise you it won't be too spicy because you'll complain it's not spicy, you know.
That's true. I'll probably go on more spicy than we use it. I hope so. It's gonna be good.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think personally our advantage is gonna be spices. Yeah. Because spices should cover the meat what they do. I don't know how they're gonna get enough flavor, but.
I don't know.
You should get that advantage on the spices.
I think the spices, but I also think the cherry, because cherry has a flavour, whereas raspberry, depending, can be a bit
so you want to
bland.
say, yeah, you want to say you're not sure, or are you sure we win?
I'm always sure we win. I don't do anything without wanting to win.
It was great. It was great fun, definitely. Finger crossed. Even if we don't win, it's hopefully gonna be very good meat. So
It'll definitely be very good mead. There'll be two very good meads.
yeah. Okay, what are you doing?
Gordon is going to carefully measure the amount of nutrients we need to add to our wort, and we'll be good to go.
So you go on a wild fermenting.
We are wild fermenting this one.
This has got fruit in.
Yeah. Guess what?
Great. Cool it down to 750.
Yeah. Oh.
I reckon 115.
Perfection.
What is it?
1.136.
It's been a good few months since we have visited the Lancashire Mead Company, where we obviously joined forces with Gordon and Anne to make our meads. Since then, they're all obviously fermented, been matured and filtered and bottled, and this is the final two products. So we had a slightly different plan. We wanted to get few professional judges involved in it. However, we'll have to verify it. And here we are. So we're gonna try these two meads now and find out which one's better.
As you might know, square bottles.
Yeah, True Mead is square.
True Mead is square, according to Lancashire Mead Company. We're proud of the logo, Kings of Mead. Thank you, Anne and Gordon. You actually put the logo on the bottles. We really appreciate. And we got two meads. If you don't know Lancashire Mead, most of the meads are named by Nordic gods.
Yeah, Norse gods.
Norse
yes.
gods, Vikings gods. These two have names from Slavic gods, as we Polish.
Yeah, this is obviously something towards our roots. So I've got a Mead of Perun.
And I got here Veles, which is Perun was the god of the founders, and Veles was some god like underground dead people, more or less.
So Zeus and Hades, basically, kind of,
yeah.
Slav gods.
So which one is yours, by the way?
I think mine's Perun, which is made with
Yes.
the raspberries.
Yes.
So Perun is the highest god. Yeah, obviously there's a back there's a the back label which you can have a bit of a read.
Both get 14.5% ABV, and
Both are crystal clear.
yeah, they
Beautiful.
So yours reminds, well, you just watched
Yeah,
it,
you watched it.
but-
So obviously raspberry and oak, wild fermented, and yours is cherry chipotle.
Cherry chipotle.
So well, I would say we're gonna try this one first because obviously chipotle depends how much
Yeah,
there is.
yeah, I agree. To be honest, we haven't controlled process till the end. Since we finish first part of process and add yeast, we left the meats to Anne and Gordon. So Anne's supposed to add chillies to our meats. What I know, she add whole bottle, so I'm a little bit worried it will be not over spiced, but we will see. And we know something about yours. What's happened when you was away?
Well, I know obviously Gordon just add a bunch of those wood shavings from those
From the oak, the
from
one
the oak which was used for made the planters for the Hampton Court. By the way, both of these meads you can purchase from the Lancashire Mead Company website. As far as we know, they're both been sold as a twin pack. And I think there is a bit of like a short survey after which you can fill to pick your favorite. What's the future for those two meats? The time will tell whether they're going to be continued, whether one of them will be continued, or maybe it's just like a failed experiment and none of them will be continued. We don't know yet, but
If you get chance, buy them and give Anne and Gordon feedback or leave feedback under our video. Don't forget, give us like and subscribe channel if you don't do that yet.
yeah. Well, basically this is historic because this is the first Kings of Mead collaboration. It's the first time
First
where
collaboration
our
and first time our meat on official
yeah,
sale.
yeah, absolutely. So that's it's the first time we collaborate with someone. It's the first time we can actually purchase something with our logo. So we are extremely happy and proud And now, cheers.
Yes. So, on the nose, it is. You can tell this mead was aged in oak.
Yeah.
Oak is recognized, but it's not vanilla. It's more wooden aromas, earthy.
Yes, but there is also fruitiness.
A little bit fruitiness on the back.
And
Actually,
obviously,
no.
With knowing it was a raspberry, you can tell it's raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol, surprisingly, it's not really. It's well masked. It's not there at all on the nose, and there is this characteristic nutty, like walnut hint
From
the
Lancashire.
from Lancashire, which all their meats got this characteristic. So obviously,
I'm surprised the amount of raspberry what you use. It's not real strong in aroma.
yeah. Well, we have to remember that Lancashire do filter their meats. So you will lose a lot, color and aromas in that process. But then again, you gain in a beautiful, closer quality and stable product. So
Let's try.
let's try. Okay. I probably would have liked it slightly more sweet, to be honest, because this is quite dry, and it's got a hint of bitterness at the end.
It is. It is oaky bitterness.
Yeah, so that maybe that was that the oak chips which caused that.
It's
Not much raspberry on the flavor. You had some obviously on the nose, but the flavor not that much.
oak cover lots of that.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit of almond, a little bit even chocolate, which could be from the oak.
That could be oak, yeah, absolutely.
Bitters on the end, and I agree, it could be a little bit more sweetness or even a little bit more fruitness, like maybe more raspberries or less oak.
Perhaps.
Could
Yeah, it's definitely got a potential. I don't think it's like totally there yet. But if they decide to continue that batch, they probably need a few tweaks in the process. I would say I personally would probably like it slightly more sweet, just to balance that that bitterness, that the tannins from oak. But yeah.
Yeah, tannins are quite strong because it's getting your mouth dry when you not drink it. Okay. I have to say I agree. More sweetness or more fruitness. It's still quite good meat.
So yours, by the looks of it, is slightly more reddish. We didn't actually talk more about the appearance, but they're both beautiful, crystal clear.
As always.
As always, there's no faults in Lancashire. There's always,
You saw on 1 hour video. If you don't, have a look when we visit Lancashire Meadery. What kind of filter they use?
Yeah.
There's quite big machine to filter.
Absolutely. So yeah, yours slightly more vibrant red, but again, beautiful.
Beautiful, light reflection, absolutely great.
Check the nose. Right. Okay. So first things first, it's smoked. Okay. So obviously, you can smell chipotle.
Chipotle. I always said you can smoke, but you can.
Yeah, smoke.
You know it is pepper, chili.
Yeah. Yes. Not so much cherry. Not so much fruit.
No.
I would say like that one had a bit of a fruitness and mainly oak. This one is mainly smoked pepper.
Yeah. Again,
no alcohol.
No alcohol. And mostly chili, chipotle, smoky. That's why I'm afraid could be a little bit more spicy.
We'll find out.
We will see.
We'll find out. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Or skol. Or na zdrowie. It's Polish.
That one is definitely more sweet.
Yes.
That sweetness it is missing in yours.
Yes, that's exactly. So the first sip, you've got this nice mouthfeel. It's sweet and round.
But then
you've got the hit of the heat from the chilies. Now, it's okay for my liking, but I understand it might be slightly too much for somebody else. It does Well, I mean, it's not like eating the raw chilies. Don't get me wrong, right? It's not like that.
No.
But
it's spicy. Definitely on
yeah, it's
spicy
spicy. Yeah, but I like it. I like it.
Actually, I like it.
And yeah, definitely, there's more residual sugar left.
It's
Or the sugar might be on the same level. However, the tannins here totally overpowered.
I'm not sure. I think.
Where here you still got that sweetness level.
I believe your ferment stronger, to be honest.
Possibly. We will have to check it with obviously Gordon and Anne to check it, but
this one, sweetness and spicy, balance very well.
yes.
Yes, I agree. They a little bit more overpower with spices. I love it, but I said like you said. For someone special on aftertaste, could be a little bit too spicy.
What I would like a bit more in this mead is a bit more fruitness, because I know it's cherry because I've seen it, and then obviously it says on the label, but you don't get it. It's not coming through that well. So you've got a sweetness from honey. You've got it's a nice mead. You got a spice and smokiness for the chipotle, but the fruitness it's absolutely it's not there, unfortunately.
Again,
so that could be a bit more.
I think if we put it down a little bit chili, the cherries will come out, because I think they are on the back. The chili cover most of flavor, just balance well with sweetness, but cherry disappear. So maybe slightly less chili. Will be more drinkable and should bring that cherries up.
Yeah, but I think you will find people who actually will enjoy that sort of a level of spiciness.
Yeah.
Because it's not like eating the raw chilies.
No.
Like I said, don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, right? I think it's well. So if I had to choose between those two, and if I had to be really honest, I would have to go with yours.
I have to go
as a more complex product.
I agree. In yours, most what is missing is the sweetness, because it's not even dry meat. The tannins take over power, and it's a little bit out of balance. Probably need a little bit more time, and balance will come back. Will come in. This one, it's not perfect. Could be more, like we said, more fruitness. But balance between spices and chili is real good, and definitely more drinkable.
Yes,
that one is more how you said
challenging.
Challenging, yeah, challenging.
But hey, as I said, you can get them both from Lancashire Mead website, and get them. I think it's a limited. I think it's only like 50 sets. So they probably already selling as we speak. Whether you're gonna get one or not. You might be too late.
Very limited edition. So if you're looking something for a real nice present with Slavic God on the label, something what I wouldn't say it will never happen again, but with that kind of recipe, was only that 50 bottles each. So don't waste your time.
It's a one-off. I mean, as I said earlier, we are extremely proud of the logo.
Our label. First time I'm Kings of Mead label.
Yeah, and obviously that beautiful, personal touch with the Slav gods in the name, that also spot on, and I couldn't be happier. So, well done.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the whole video, the whole show. Ready, steady, mead.
We hope so. We're gonna repeat that again with maybe some different. You never know. We like that idea. We have lots of fun.
I had tons of fun, making it. So
and we're happy on the product as well. So
yeah, cool.
Right. Don't forget, give us like, give us subscribe, and see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.